Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Timberborn. I'm Ribson and we have just ended the bad waters. We are now in a lovely little wet season. Some slightly tainted water, but I mean that should be fine, right? It doesn't, I mean there's no issues. Just a bit of miscolouring. So guys, we have managed to get rid of the industry move. It's nothing here and we've got it all built over this side now. So everything's running at 100%. Oh, 75%. Oh, okay. So we are going to need this additional water wheel up. Does the bad tide must flow faster than the water. So it'd be interesting to see what happens when we get a second one of these up. Okay. Well, we're going to prioritize that a little bit now, which is fine. So we're not running at full efficiency and I want to add to it. So I'm thinking like, I want to make our beavers happy. Now I've come to the decision that I don't think I'm going to build more than 2 breeding pods. I may upgrade them, but I think like we've still got the 120-day drought to survive. I think that's going to be the series goal now. Once we can survive that 120-day drought, I'm going to consider this map complete. I think that's reasonable. We've got to 117 days, so we've only got 3 days more, but we have to be able to do it without turning off our breeding pods, and we won't be able to survive it. So for that, we need water. We've got the water storage coming. I think it's going to be okay. I think we'll be all right. I probably should turn another water pump on, actually. That'll make sense. So that's kind of the goal where we are at the moment. We're going to work on a couple of test projects. I want to get this area up here finished, which, I mean, should be fine. And I do want to test this little water well idea I've got there. So we will try and get this constructed before the end of the series. But at the moment, we need to get our water, our industry up and running. And I'm going to add in this area, I think, food too. Now, I was thinking, like, I do want to increase the food types, do some better foods. So for that, we are going to need some science. So I'm going to turn my little science buildings back on. And now we have got already, we've got what we've got saved up already. We've got soya beans. So what can we do with soya beans? If I look into this chap here, is it in here? I can ferment soya beans. But if I remember rightly, to ferment soya beans, we needed an oil press. For an oil press, I need 120 science. And then I'm going to need to grow, I think it is canola, isn't it? Which we can grow in this. We've got space here to fit some canola and soybeans in, which would mean then we could probably cut back a little bit on some other crops, I think, which would be great. That would give us a little force. Maybe we could do like a little bit of soya here and then some canola. I don't know what's the ratio here that we get for changing them. Oil press 1-for-1. Okay. That's good to know. And then for the soybeans, it's 6 soya to 1 canola. Okay, so we're going to need to have a small field of canola. I'm probably butchering the name now, and a bigger field of soybeans. Okay, that's good to know. Cool. So things that that's where we are. I'm not going to move the food yet, as I want to get a bit more construction done. But we are looking pretty good here. That's the plan for this episode. Let's get some better food production done. I just noticed something, which is quite interesting. Well, I guess it makes sense now that I think about it. The gears and the pine resin, they both use planks. We've only got one shot making planks. That makes, what, 1.3 an hour. That uses 1 every 3 hours. That uses 1 every 3 hours. So we are only just producing planks, but not very many. They're being used up in these machines here. So I want a second plank machine is the long way around that. And we've got 500 science. We are cruising on the science. So I'm going to get another little planks chap. I'm going to sit you here. I've had a little plan on this, right? So what I'm thinking is I'm going to put a planks machine here. Then we're going to get our food. We're going to get our fermenter. We're going to stick a fermenter in there. That's the right way, isn't it? Yeah. And we've got a road under here, I believe. Yeah, there's the roadlet. So if I put you here, you'll connect to the road and have power. And we are like cramming in here because I think everything's sort of similar height. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. Perfect. It's getting busy down here already, which is what this area is for. And you're going to make, when can I select you? Oh, I can. No, I can't. Recipe. You're going to do cassifers when you're ready. And then we've got food being made all the time. You'll make planks. You're also going to be high. Wait, I've only got 1 worker in here. Why not put 2 in there? Okay. We'll make this. I don't need it. I've just realized. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have it made because I may need it in the future. At least we can up the ante. I don't know why I did it like that. Well, let's get the gears turned back on then. And we can get food here as well. You're quite important. And then at least we can close this food down and like clear this area out ready for planting. Have we got enough cash money pennies for the press? Oil press is 120 science. What do you look like? You look like this. So like I can't just chuck you down, can I? You're going to need a connection. which would make sense over here. But then maybe I should put you like that. And then that leaves us a little bit of space in there if we need something else, doesn't it? We do need something else. Yeah. Are we doing it? I think so. Okay. Yeah. You're going in there, which is perfect. So right now we can prepare for our oil fields, I think. So if we say soybeans, I'm going to put soybeans, I think this here. It's going to be a nice little patch. I think we should get rid of the path, shouldn't we? Like, it makes sense. It's just, it's farming area that we could be using that we're not. You can drag it, Ribson. You can drag it. There you go. Yep, got. Right. So we make this all. This is all the soybeans, right? That's what I put down there. Soybeans. There you are. Cool. Soybeans there. Excellent. And then where do we get the canola, right? That produces us 3. And then we'll just get a patch of canola here. That's perfect. That'd be good. And now that's literally our production pretty much up straight away. Because when you start running, you'll just start doing things, don't you? But I need somewhere to store the oil when it comes in. I do. Yeah, right. Well, then let's change one of these over to be... There we go. Perfect. And then we'll be able to make fermented... Oh, and I need a storage for it, don't I? Which we should have space in some of these. So if we change one of the fermented cassifers over to be... corn, eggplants, food is down here, Ibsen. Fermented nuts, fermented mushrooms, corn rations... fermented soybeans. There we go. Right, so we got one of them up and running. I will probably fiddle around with the storage and get that probably looking a bit... Probably? That's a new word for today, isn't it? I will definitely get that looking better. Something else we're going to be working towards as well is we need to get some extract. Because I would like this... Like, I'm going to build this area. It needs to work, right? I know. So that's the thing. We're up to 2.6 water. So water's growing. Food is dipped. Not a problem. Everything... Oh, you're built. Okay. Well, then, in that case, you need to go. Then we're going to need another one of those, aren't we? We need more people. That's something. And then if I go another fermented, so you'd fit in there perfectly, but then that leaves this gap like unfulfilled. Do I want to do something like this? Because maybe we'll get another... Wait, what's that? That's a hydroponic garden. Wouldn't fit in there. What we got? A food factory. No, you're too big to fit in there. These are the buildings that we possibly will need. A coffee brewery. Oh. Okay, you would squeeze in there nicely then if we did that. So I do want a coffee brewery. It's 500 science, but I don't want it right now, do I? What's it require? Coffee, water, and wood, and it makes 4 coffee. No, hold your horses, Ribson. I'm just thinking that I've got 2 fermenters, right? Maybe I don't take this one down. I can get rid of this. That you need to be going large power mill, right? We don't keep you down. We only make fermented soybeans in the wet season. Maybe, and we look to run a power source to this. Oh, this is sounding interesting, isn't it? I need you to be like top dog. Yeah, and you can be turned off for the moment. I've got someone working on it, you're not doing anything. Okay, I think we've got a little bit of a plan there. This industry district is kicking ass. We are busting a gut. We are churning out resources like nobody's business. We've just got onto a bit of a priority for water because we've got a drought approaching, and I don't know how long the drought's going to be. We are churning through our resources, but we are building a bit of a stockpile of logs. We just need more water. Food is going to be at a much better production. But something that we need to do with this area is I need a power supply for the winter. I say the winter, for the drought. So we have quite a long extended drought period. So it would be nice to keep this running. Now, there's 2 ways that I think we could do this, or we could use a combination of things. If we look at our power, we could get an engine in. That's 400 science. We've got 900 science. We've got a bit of science to spend. Or we could use gravity batteries. Gravity batteries are a little bit more expensive, but we have got a lot to do in here. So we could... Oh, if I put one here, it's too far from district, cannot be reached by builders. We could do something like this, you see. Put one in there, build a bridge across here, and then just work our way back. And that will give us we could get ourselves a good chunk of... Oh, no, we won't pull off that, will they? Then that's because that only comes out this direction. Ignore Ribson. We could have put them on this side, which would be interesting. Interesting to see, say the least. We left a gap in here as well. I say we, that's mainly me. So I just plugged the gap. Now, our power is at... Oh, we've got 900 on the network. So we've got all the power in the world. So I'm looking, at the moment, we're going to innovate a bit of a solution here. And I am leaning towards the generator. But if we place a generator down, it is going to churn through our logs. And we have some very long... Oh, you will fit in there quite nicely though, won't you? We do have some very long dry seasons, don't we? Do we? I think I am going to go with this. It would fit in here quite nicely too. That's where we're going to put it. Okay. Well, we're going to go for a generator. If we're going to do a generator, then we're going to need to increase our wood storage, which is I'm absolutely okay with. That's good. So we can, yeah, that path will fit in there quite nicely. Let's just reconnect the path because they're not happy, mate. There we go. That'll be in there like that. We can then put the generator in. So that burns like 0.2 of a log an hour. And it, oh wait, I need to connect it. Just thinking we need, if we're going to put it in here, how are we going to connect this in? It needs to be connected. Can't just put a thing across a path. Unless we put you there, then we are going to have to connect to you. Okay. That's not the end of the world. Can I press it? I've committed. Right, there we go. Cool. Right, so that's gonna take a little while to be built. It requires metal blocks we don't have. So we are still going to be out with a little power. So it would be good to have like, are we going to worry about renewable sources? Or are we just going to go, oh, we're looking around. I'm thinking, if that's the case, once we've built this, we're going to need wood storage. Like we should be able to bring in a lot of wood. And we've got these large no, that doesn't hold wood, does it? It's the large industrial pile. So we can fit in here a load of large industrial piles and start storing loads of logs. That would work. I've also we've been working on our barrels here, and I'm going to move them over to this section. But at the moment, yeah, I'm just waiting for this wall to be built, which it shouldn't take too long, especially if we hit the dry season. So let's commit to it and just rip these down. And the reason for that is I'm quite keen to work on the wellness of our citizens at the same time here. Once I've cleared this, we can get in here a few more storages. We love some storage, don't we? And some of just the medium warehouses. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then what I want to put on top of it is a rooftop terrace. That should fit on the top like so. Perfect. Cool. That is quite far from the district, but what it will mean is I can put roofs on here and that will give them a better benefit, as well as some of them will go to the rooftop terrace. We've got plenty of water storage. So it's all in the right direction is what I'm saying. Okay, well then why don't we put like another one of these here? I think we only need 2 rooftop terrace would be perfect. Okay, I know we've got a lot going on, but we've got the industry district now is kicking ass. It's really doing it for us. And what I am intrigued to see is with this drought, how long our water's going to last. Does it last forever? Oh wait, you're a priority for us then if we want to get this done, because we've got 2.4 days. We've got 1.3k food. That's plenty of food for the short term. Okay. We do need more wood storage. What have we got going on down here? What are you? You are planks, you're scrap metal, you're logs. I feel like there's another one in here somewhere. Oh, yeah. I've buried them deep, haven't we? Oh, we can do this. There's a log one here. What are you? Your metal blocks and your treated planks. Okay. For the moment, that's fine. Yeah, we'll be okay. Do I put a temporary one down? No, we'll be fine. We've got trees on the ground. Oh, this is an idea, actually. I'm just looking around, planning what we could do. And I've deleted the tower that I put in there, because we will come back to that. I still do want to do it, but it's just a bit of an eyesore while I'm moving around. Now, maybe we'll leave the wheel from here, as I don't think we're going to be able to use it. If that's the case, what we could do is, let's just go back up to the top here, is we can take out all this here, right? And I think what we could put in is we could use this as a way to take it to there, right? Yep. It's okay. That's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's perfect. Wait, we haven't got a... Oh, we do. And then these here we can get rid of. Yeah. And then what we could do... Now, we may have to build backwards on this, but what I'm thinking is we use the gravity batteries. How many get on there? 1, 2, 3. We can get 4 gravity batteries on there. Okay. So we're going to have to build back on ourselves. That's okay. There we go. That's you. And then we'll put some steps in. Now, I know I've done the thing where I've got loads of projects on the go, but these are quite important. So we'll get them queued up. Power's important at the moment. Oh, you're building that quite quickly. We're just going to be waiting on gears and logs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run these across here. We'll be able to charge these up. And then I mean, you can get higher gaps than that, but that's 4 of them at least. And we can then use the engine, and any excess charge we've got, we'll charge this up and we can turn that off. It'll be a little bit more efficient. We will need to figure out how we get across there, but that's for a later date. So there's one problem which I didn't think about when I was setting this up, is that I need to power things before they're built, don't I? And we've got no water. So we're not going to be able to run the power mill. But we're going to need to connect that up So what I think we are going to need is a temporary power wheel like this. Oh, I'm going to put you there then, aren't I? And we could just run a temporary cable up there to get things sorted, I think. And then once we've got, maybe we'll keep it. Put you there. Yeah, lovely. And then you to there. Okay, good. Right. And this will be our short. Do you need metal? Please don't know. They just require logs. Wow, they're pricey, aren't they? I forgot how pricey they were. So we can get this up, that up, and we can get all this done. And then we'll be able to get people on this to power the industry that we need to get everything ticking over, I guess. That was a bit of an oversight, wasn't it? We have our, called an engine, isn't it? Our engine chugging away. We've got like nearly 400 logs in storage, so I am not too worried about that running out anytime soon. Maybe on one of the longer droughts. This was only a 60-dayer, I think it was, so it's not like a super long one, but I don't think we need the power wheel anymore, or these power shafts, so they can all go. Why am I doing it like that? There's easier ways to do this. I don't know why I decided to do it that way today. You can go. Goodbye. Cool. So that's some more resources for us to recover. We've also almost completed our new water storage. The rooftop terraces are up, and we're working on the roofs. Once we have the roofs, that's going to give our beavers a little bit of permanent buff. That'll give them the roof buff, so that means all our beavers will get +1. Hopefully just lift the well-being a little bit, and then in the wet season, I always want to call the wet season the summer. In the wet season, our beavers will be swimming. There'll be people playing on the, is it the motivatorium? I think that's what it is, the exercise plaza. That's what I'm calling it. And I think it should like increase there quite nicely for them. We could look at doing some other things. But I mean, we could always get a monument in, but maybe I want to save, like, I think I want to save going for like a full well-being for another playthrough. I think that could be a playthrough in itself where we go for 100% well-being with our beavers. And so, but I will try and lift it a bit, as I think that's just going to lift our population, which will help. So now that we've cleared this area, we are working quite nicely on our batteries here. We're churning out metal now, which is excellent. So I think now that we've got water coming through, yeah, and you're going to come through here, I can turn off our engine, which will be perfect. We do need to start making some wooden planks. Well, we will do soon. This doesn't require metal. No, it doesn't. Once we've got the gears here, that's 450 gears. So we are churning away with our mine here. It's coming through gradually. But I mean, we're doing pretty good. It's food types as well. It's something I want to work at. I need to lift the population, and I don't want to breed the population up, because as we know, the consequences to that with the drought is it's gonna, I'm not sure we have the space on the map to well, maybe we do, but I felt I like the challenge of trying to do it with this amount of beavers and trying to optimize them a little bit. So we'll see how that goes with the beavers. Yeah, and we will optimize our farming. Maybe when we get this built here, we'll see that this area greenifies and we can get some different resources, maybe some more farmers up, because I just think food types is going to be a good thing. This takes a little while to fill up, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. Let's also not on fast forward. So yeah, when that fills up, so we've got 357 science. Now, we are going to need to forget the engravings on their tails, because I think that's going to be quite good for them. If we look at our water, we're going to need a deep bowed water pump, which is 250 science. That requires, it's going to require like a little setup here. I don't think we're going to need a massive amount, are we? We can put you there. So I wonder if we're going to be able to, like, we could just get a bit of storage. We don't need a lot. Oh, I'm in 2 mines now. We're going to mess around with bad water. I'm not sure we're going to be able to build this. Nope, too far from our district. Okay, interesting. How can we, because can we come in here? Because I'm just wondering, if we get on the walls, we can't build that far down, can we? Do we want to put people in there? Maybe not. Or we might be able to go something like this. No, that's going to be too far as well, isn't it? We'll see how they do with that. And even if we just back it up, so we got this filling up, we can then just take the bad water from it, basically, is what I want to do. We do need to get our walkway back up here as well, because that got ripped down to, for the cause, should we say. That will take a little bit to be done, but that's going to help us. So we do still have a few projects that we're getting on with, which is perfect. I like this. It's going to be good. Yeah, and then we've got that. We can create that into whatever we need for the beaver tails, which is going to be is it power? Industry, water. It's going to be a centrifuge, isn't it? Which is 600 science. So we still need a bit more science to come. And that will fit in here quite nicely. We'll probably put you there. Oh, yeah, and you'll fit in there. And our industry area here is just chugging along perfectly. So we're gonna pass time with the game as always. We've got plenty of sites. I'm gonna keep building the batteries until we get to here, and that holds 22,000 horsepower hours. I'm not really sure what that converts to. What are we using here? So let's have a look at you. Or the demand is what? The demand is 4,445. So I guess is that an hour? I guess so. I don't know how that works. We'll see with the batteries. We'll see how long they last. Maybe we'll be able to pass power through them, but we can try and figure that out when we get there as everything greenifies. We will be trying to, hopefully our population will get a bit happier as well. We shall see with that. We've got nobody waiting to do stuff, so it's all good. So guys, on that note, join me next time where we try and get the engraving up so we can get our beavers looking pretty. And if you've enjoyed this episode, as always, hit that thumbs up button, comment below, maybe consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. All right, guys, take care. Ciao.